Game number 729. Surprise Mechanic, the Gaming Trivia by Sword Garden Studios. This is our second game by Sword Garden Studios on this bundle. Let's check it out. If you want to check it out yourself, it's at sword-garden-studios.itch.io. Pretty logo. Surprise Mechanic, the Gaming Trivia. I think it's a mouse game. Lone Rider or Group Party. You can play as a group. Interesting. Lone Rider. Let's try the single player mode. What is this? What is this? 20, 100. Oh, let's do 20 questions. Who developed the title Battle Chasers? No idea. I don't know. No? How many episodes did Doom let you play on easy difficulty? What? One? Okay. What is the profession of the protagonist in Oddworld Stranger's Wrath? Oh, I don't know. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Oh, Bounty Hunter. Okay. Which platform shooter? A banana is one of the main characters. My friend Pedro? Oh, that's a totally random guess. What stood out Turok 2 for N64 over the rest of the games? Black cartridge? What? Really? To which purple winged creature did Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob, gave his voice? Purple winged creature Spyro? Yeah. What movie franchise about boxing got a VR game? I don't know. No. What character in the series of The Witcher received a samurai-themed figure? I should know this, but... Gerald? Yeah, okay. What is the name of the phone console hybrid from Nokia? What? Engage? Engage? Oh, okay. That sounds like something Nokia. What strategy game has graphics settings so high that it's used to test the power of some computers? Blizzard? That's the name of Ashes of Singularity? Yes. What is the name of the military strategy game franchise created by Pyro Studios? Pyro Studios. The Commandos? Yes. Which cooperative competitive horror game has the collaborations as Saw, Stranger Things, or Ash vs. Evil Dead? Dead by Daylight? Yes. Which famous Sega Sony exclusive series reached PC at long last? Oh, okay. That was a guess. What is the favorite activity of Roman Bellic? Who's Roman Bellic? Bowling? That's the only one that looked like an activity. Which Square Enix franchise is object of discussion or argument when it comes to choose the best entry? Final Fantasy. What original game started as a mod for Arma until it left early access in 2018? I don't know. Days? Oh, what? I got it right. What secondary activity in the Witcher series got its own spin-off? What? There's something like that? Gwent? Oh, that was a total guess. What was the last game released by THQ before its closing and subsequent purchase? What does THQ even make? Is it like sports game or something? This? Oh, wow. We got it. Which actor from a saga adapted for Peter Jackson put his voice to Spyro in the trilogy of The Legend of Spyro? How would I know that? Elijah Wood? Oh, got it. That's the only actor there. With what sentence Navi gained the wrath of the players in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Hey, listen. I knew this one. We got 18 out of 20. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try one more 20 because no. That was intense. Who developed the title Battle Chasers? Airship Syndicate? Huh. How many episodes did Doom let you play on easy difficulty 1? What is the profession of the protagonist in Oddworld Stranger Bounty Hunter? I knew this one. Which platform shooter a banana is one of the main... is it the same questions? What stood out for Turok 2? Black cartridge. Was purple winged creature Spyro? What music franchise about boxing got a VR game? Movie franchise. I just picked this. Creed, was it? Yeah. What character in the series? Witcher Geralt. What's the name of the phone console hybrid? Engage. What strategy game has graphics settings so high? Ashes of Singularity. What is the name of the military strategy game? Pyro Studio. It's Commandos. Which cooperative? Dead by Daylight. Sega, Sony, Yakuza. What is the favorite activity of Roman Balic? Bowling. Final Fantasy. What original game started as a mod for Arma until it left early access? Days. What secondary activity? Gwent. Last game released by THQ. Yeah. Which actor from a Sega? Elijah Wood. Okay, we got... Should I try the 100? I can stop in the middle. Who developed the title Battle Chasers? Didn't we just do this at... Oh, wow. It's the same questions in the first. Well, I'll know a lot about gaming after this. I'm doing the 100 now. Why don't they randomize it? What movie franchise about boxing? Oh, yeah. Dead by Daylight. What makes particularly special the latest Half-Life game? VR only? Yeah. What mission of the Call of Duty saga reopened the debate on violence on video games? Don't know. I didn't know that one. What really are the true most powerful enemies of the Zelda saga? Oh my god. G-Man? Kukos? I don't know. In which franchise with Pikmin-like mechanics you control the villain? Overlord? Yes. To which character in GTA Vice City did the famous detective Tubbs from Miami Vice give his voice? Ow. None of these are character names, so yes, that one. Which movie trilogy received 3 games in the same CD for the PSX? Die Hard trilogy? Huh. In which game do you star a knight armed with a shovel? Shovel Knight. I know this one. In which game did the protagonist thank you if you shot the alarm speakers? Oh. I don't know. Far Cry? No? Max Payne, was it? The truth has vanished into darkness is the failure message of which popular franchise of Capcom? I don't know. Hogs of War? No? In which tower defense game you are the boulder when attacking? Rock of Ages? Sounds like it. In what year did Fight Night Round 4 close its online servers? In which game about robberies does the action character John Wick appear? Payday 2? Yeah. What is the name of the studio that originally developed the Darksiders franchise? Vigil Games, is it? Yeah. Which company pronounced the term that gives name to this game? Pronounce the term. I don't know. How many games has the Civilization franchise received? 8, I guess. That's the only number. In which game can you see Gandhi launching a nuke? That was Civilization 6. What is the theoretical test called to check if an AI can be passed as a human? The Turing test. Against which famous outlaw duo you had the last showdown in Call of Juarez Gunslinger? This is the only duo. What is the name of the first title of Question Studio in which you are a character in an unfinished game? Bad Ending? No? What Capcom character constantly repeated that he had covered wars? Capcom. That's not. I pressed the wrong thing. Was the great-grandfather of Doom Guy according to the timeline? Terminator? BJ something? Oh, yeah. In which year was the original Xbox released? 2001. What is the name of the cute creatures with chest form that devours you in Dark Souls? Mimics? They're not cute. What turn-based strategy franchise has its name associated with flags? Banner Saga. What science fiction movie franchise has multiplayer content in Gears 5? Terminator? Who is the last opponent of Punch-Out? Mike Tyson? What classic character does the Partharnox voice play in the legendary Nintendo platform game? Super Mario. What popular science fiction character appears in W2K16? Frank was... No, Terminator apparently. What is the name of the fantasy-themed game with advanced wars-like mechanics? Wargroove. In what game your job is to direct a group of little dwarfs to the exit? Lemmings. In which Japanese open-world brawler you punch a tiger mid-air? Who developed the Devil May Cry reboot? Reboot? Oh. Ninja Theory? What 2D platformer invited you to climb a mountain with different challenges on each screen? Celeste. What could you do in FIFA 94 to avoid ammonetization indefinitely? What was originally planned for Assassin's Creed? Prince of Persia? Oh. For which franchise is famous Creative Assembly? Franchise, huh? Total War. In which 3DS RPG one of the main mechanics was recharge leaving the console in rest mode? Perfect Dark? No. Bravely Default would have been the answer then. What famous FPS was adapted to the Game Boy Advance? Doom? Which is the Doom mod that adds weapons, executions, and a button dedicated to a special action? Brutal Doom? What is the name of the character who says the following sentence? Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman, rise and shine. I don't know his name. G-Man? Probably, yeah. What is the new game from the creators of Invisimals and launched through early access in 2019? I have no idea. Oh, yes, correct. What is the name of the minigames game starring Mario? Mario Party? What is the most iconic feature of Agent 47? Barcode tattoo? Yeah. In what nice arcade game do you play birds on skateboards? Skatebird? What device allowed you to connect several Game Boy Color games to Nintendo 64? Transfer pack. What was revealed in the post-credit sequence of PT? What's PT? What game developed by BioWare was called for the spiritual successor of Baldur's Gate? Dragon Age. And what is the worst game according to critics of the year 2015? Don't know. Pro Skater 5? Oh wow. How many games related to Marvel franchise exist? 157, I guess. What Wii horror game that went quiet, its action places in the Himalaya mountain? Wii horror game, huh? Against who do you fight in Street Fighter if you complete arcade mode without continues and 3 perfects? Akuma? That's the only Street Fighter character there. What is the game originated the genre Snake? Blockade? What character of the game of Orcs and Men got its own independent game franchise? Styx? That's the only character from something like that. What detail was there in Mario 3 that differentiated African American and marginalized neighborhoods from the wealthy and white? What? Oh my god. Wait, what game is based the Lord of the Rings Conquest? No idea. In which year was the PS3 released? 2006. It's the only year on the list. Whose animated Cretaceous daughter is also Naked Snake's mentor? Naked Snake's what? What is the first title of the Serious Sam franchise to be adapted to VR? How many games compose the Fire Emblem series? 16? What popular rivalry between two science fiction creatures do Marcus and Wrench talk about in Watch Dogs 2? Aliens vs. Predators. In what game the Saints Row series has received news of a remaster? Saints Row 2. What is the most famous franchise of Team 17? Worms? In which multiplayer game is famous Blizzard? World of Warcraft? What indie title recovered the essence of the SimCity classic? City Skyline. When is the original Star Citizen financing campaign was completed? Which heavy metal band collaborated in the Call of Duty Black Ops saga? No. What is the name of the most well-known tabletop simulator? Was the famous Valve franchise received an independent game about building bridges? Portal. What game the subgenre known as Souls, the protagonist starts in a wheelchair? Oh, I don't know this one. The Surge? Oh, okay. In which character in Destiny 2 did Nathan Fillion put his voice? It's gotta be this thing. What 3DS game teamed the best detective in the world with the best lawyer in the world? Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. In which well-known fighting franchise you can control Negan from The Walking Dead? Fighting franchise. Tekken 7. What is the most famous theme in Spider-Man 2? Pizza theme? What indie game is inspired by PT and the horror genre found footage? In which game do you play a wolf trying to discover his past life? Lost Ember. In the first Fallout, what macabre action could you do to children? You can kill them? In which game made his first appearance the smiley cousin of Mario, Wario? Super Mario Land? What franchise developed by Volition goes from being a street gang to a commercial brand and being the president of the United States? Saints Row. Which has been the strangest controller to date to complete a game of the Souls saga? I don't know. Banana? Which moment of Resident Evil 5 became a meme? Claire Redfield versus Boulder, I guess? Got 88 out of 100. We're done. I think that's a lot of questions. Okay, I think we're done. We're done. How do you exit? There's the exit. Okay, so that was Surprise Mechanic, the gaming trivia by Sword Garden Studios. Welcome to Surprise Mechanic, the trivia game focused in the gaming industry. Test yourself and your friends with questions about the gaming industry with a huge variety of themes on the matter. Features: trivia mode, complete a series of questions of multiple choice. Generator mode, generate a question, answer, and bonus action to test your friends' knowledge. Bonus actions are a fun way to give your friends a bit of extra challenge and have them have some healthy laugh in the process. Interesting. We'll try that maybe another time. And this game is free. You can download it at swordgardenstudios.itch.io.